This is a good illustration of microhabitat. You see how all the corals are kind of on the bumpy parts of the rock?
Uh-huh.
That's usually where the currents are accelerated over the topography. And if you were only looking at, 1 meter to the left of this rock, you wouldn't see that. And our, field of view is maybe like 4 or 5 meters across in the light field. So we always like to use the analogy that we're exploring a mountain with a flashlight in the dark. And that's really what we are doing.
Yeah, definitely.
There's so much more to see on these sites, and
lots of science involved, maybe a little bit of luck.
a little bit of luck.
All right.
And a lot of bathymetry.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
You can zoom in.
All right.
Oh, look at that shot.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Oh,
dramatic.
that's beautiful. Wow.
I vote for this for the main promo image for the sanctuary.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Hemicoralliums always do make for great imagery. They're really beautiful corals.
Look at that.
That's a nice thick base. This is a very old colony, a few hundred years old.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, look at this Paragorgia.
Wow, that is big.
So we're coming up an area that has been modified after the volcanic platform collapsed. And that's pretty normal for large volcanic platforms like this. We see a lot of geo development.
It's a huge Paragorgia.
It is very gorgeous.
It can be really hard to tell the Paragorgias and the Hemicoralliums apart. They can look very similar.
Yeah.
My little trick is if you look at the bases look different. So the Paragorgias sort of look a little bit yellow near the base, whereas the Hemicoralliums will look more white. Coralliums have calcite skeletons, and the Paragorgias have more of like a protein kind of squishy, bendable kind of skeleton.
And that gives it the yellowish coloration. Cool.
Zoom on
Beautiful.
Nice habitat. Okay. So these Munidopsis bairdi are not often coral associates, at least this species.
Wow.
It has a very
That is
prominent,
cool.
easy to identify
Gabby, can you tilt me up?
spiny rostrum, which is that long
Yeah,
horn.
yeah, really cool looking. Looks like he's ready to go into battle.
Yeah.
There's a lot of denuded coral colonies here, which
Let me
makes
know
me
when you're
think there's a
good.
lot of predation going on, so
Yeah, I'm
keep
gonna
an eye out
float
for
us,
sea
get
stars.
it there.
Okay, copy. We did see a sea spider that was predating upon bamboo coral earlier in the dive.
Cool.
Those orange blobs are
Yeah,
actually
what are those?
anemones
Huh.
that are wrapped around the coral. So the red Paragorgia is going to be our first collection.
We're going to want to do a zoom on that first.
So this is called a bubblegum coral. And this actually belongs to the same family as precious corals.
Oh, it's beautiful. We got
It
some
used to
brittle
belong to its
stars.
own family, then it was demoted based on new genetic data. I'm not sure how firmly this is attached to the wall, so I think if we can, less is more in this case.
Is that a sea spider?
I was wondering, but that looks big for a sea spider to me.
Yeah, that's massive.
Wow. Yeah, that's a big one. I think it is. There's some anemones on the coral. It's definitely more bamboos.
Oh, there's so much to see.
And then you see these overhangs, and there's a bunch of corals underneath as well.
Hope Steve's watching. Long arm spiny. They seem to preferentially always hang out on hydrozoans.
Huh. Okay.
It's so precious. Look at those little arms.
And it's
then-
recently described, so now it actually has a name, and I don't have to call it long arm spiny anymore.
Munidopsis guachani.
But I still like that moniker, so I still probably call it long arm spiny just for nostalgia.
I love that. It's so precious.
Ooh, look at that.
Are
That's
we
pretty
headed
color.
in?
So
west?
I'm headed 230.
Ooh, another red.
Another star?
Sea star.
Two of them.
2 seconds.
Copy that.
Chris Ma's Sea Stars is gorging himself on a coral.
Big looking star. Get a good look of the stomach, the pyloric stomach. Yeah, so you can see in the middle, the stomach is completely wrapped around.
Yeah.
The sea star
You
is
think there's two of them, Steve?
Hipposteria. I don't know. I see more arms than I expect. I think it might be 2 stars. Can we
I feel like we shouldn't
bring
be
out
watching
so
this.
So
copy
cool.
sea star? Pan me up. Yep.
Looks like he's just barely hanging on.
Yeah.
Looks like it's got 2 branches though. One on the bottom, one right at the top. And it's a predator of these bamboo corals. You can see slurping them down. Relatively speaking, it's a slow process. So this is kind of in ecology. We talk sometimes about community succession. In order to have the first settlers, we really need to clear a space, and that's not practical in the deep ocean.
Right.
but you can sense that, you know, these corals have been here for quite a long time.
Yes.
And if something were to happen to this area, like dredging, it would take thousands and thousands of years to get back to this, and it may never get back to this. So these areas are very fragile and beautiful and special.
I'm so curious why the seamount is proving to be so much different than the others we've explored so far.
Well, it might be a current thing. So steep plus rocks plus probably currents. That is probably making environmental conditions that may be good for these corals to thrive.
Oh, what are you?
There's like,
floating?
what, 4 or 5 different corals, maybe like 8 in this one little pocket here?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
easily. More than that.
Oh, yeah.
Corals per square meter is very high right now.
Yes. Density and diversity. This is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, we do have a lot of diversity here.
Yeah.
I really like high diversity.
This is a genus, it belongs to the golden corals, the Chrysogorgiidae,
There
but
we go.
it's actually in the genus Rodaniridigorgia. Let's scan through to see if there's any associates with this first.
Sure.
We always like to collect an associate.
Kind of looks like there's a giant star behind it too.
Rhinoids next to it as well.
There's a brittle star over here, and there's also a squat lobster up there.
I'm
The
landing on it.
Talagorgia belongs to the golden corals, the Chrysogorgiids.
That's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
like
All
a
its polyps are closed, so it's a little bit less beautiful than it could be. These corals live in very fast current environments, and so you'll find that a lot of corals that prefer to settle on areas of high flow really need to slow down the current, and so a lot of colonies will try to maximize their surface area to slow down and capture particles out of the water.
Oh, hello.
What do we have here? Looks like someone might be home down at the bottom, or is that just the base, maybe?
Yeah, there may be a bunch of stuff in here. So this is a Chrysogorgia colony. It has at least a couple of squat lobsters, Europtychus species. We call
that's
this
great
type
too.
of Chrysogorgia bottle brush because it's dense and tall. That's a ctenophore.
Oh wow, cool.
So you can see the ctenophore here and then the
Yeah.
long lures it uses.
Oh, that one looks like...
Very similar.
They look like they have some eggs.
Oh yeah, I can see in a couple of them, right?
Yeah, not all of them.
And it's just like 1 or 2 little dots at the
Yeah.
base.
At the
Yeah.
base of the polyp,
Yeah.
you can see it through the transparent tissue.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I've been wanting to see some coral eggs.
Yeah, like here.
So then does that indicate that this coral is female, or are corals able to be?
Possibly, but some corals are hermaphrodites, so it could be that too that we don't know of. So this is something that we still need to figure out. The reproductive biology of a lot of these corals, we have limited information. So some species will have male and female colonies, and other species might have hermaphrodites with both types of gametes.
Interesting.
It's a pretty large colony.
Brittle stars.
Brittle stars invasion.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like in this case, it's not really associates at this point. It's more like a
Burden, I would say.
yeah, more of a bit of a burden.
I know.
So that's a primnoid coral.
Oh my gosh,
Oh wow, that one's moving.
you're like fighting for space.
Well, there's not much left. That one is large though.
That
Climbing
one seems
down.
like the big...
That big boy.
So this is like a type
Mother.
of brittle star. I call Ophiancatidae. They have these like spiny arms that you can see. I've rarely seen that many on a coral. Such a small coral too. It's like,
Yeah, you can see some of the polyps are kind of
Struggling.
yeah.
gone.
Holding on for dear life.
Going wet.
I'm so curious where that big one's going. It's just like, I'm out of here.